gearsonballs.co.za. Weekdays 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
You will. All right, let's get into Disi's Double Ds on this Monday afternoon. What you got, Disi?
Today on Disi's Double Ds, we're chatting to a Miss Earth national semi-finalist, Victoria Kitley. Hi, Victoria. Welcome to Gears on Balls Visual Radio.
Hi, guys. Thanks very much for
I
having me.
love your name.
Thanks. It's very royal.
I know it is. It's sort of like so aristocratic. Hi, my name is Victoria Kitley.
I know.
I'm surprised it's not double-barreled, you know.
I don't know what my mom was. I think it's her British heritage.
Victoria, Victoria, I don't know. Victoria something Kitley. It's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
I love the name Victoria. I don't know why, though. I'm old school, eh?
No, it is a very beautiful name.
Yeah, we've got Victoria and Diana in the studio here. And then Sasha.
No, Carlo.
Just call me Sasha.
Isn't it Carlo?
It's Sasha.
Okay.
Okay, Victoria is, number one, a very, very pretty lady.
Yes.
She also is a screen person, video person, and an environmental master's person.
Environmental honors. Yeah.
Honors. Okay.
Not masters yet, unfortunately.
Honors. Okay, so you very pro earth and life and natural.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, very much about the environment. Love being in nature. Love being outdoors.
Where does that come from? So give us your history. Where you brought up?
So I come from a tiny little town called Stellenbosch.
Not that tiny. It's got free Wi-Fi.
Now it has free Wi-Fi.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Rupert.
A few years ago, I'm pretty sure they didn't know what Wi-Fi was. Yeah, so I'm from Stellenbosch. I went to, my high school was Somerset College. I then went on to study screen production as an undergraduate at UCT and then did environmental science honors. And I think...
But how do you go from screen, study, what is it? Is screen TV, is that a bachelor of what? Or is it just screen TV?
It's a Bachelor of Arts, basically. It's a
BA.
BA.
So you do a BA.
Yes.
You specialized in screen and television side, etc., and then from there, because of the BA, you could go and do environmental honors.
Well, no, I actually obviously had to study both of them simultaneously.
Yes.
So technically I was doing a kind of BSc subject as well as a BA subject, which I was kind of the guinea pig at UCT to see if this would work because they're completely different faculties. So I was running between lectures, skipping some, trying to make others.
People that are so clever. I don't understand.
Not even about being clever. I just was so at a loss of what to do in terms of studies, and that, you know, those are my two passions. So I just thought, well, why not combine them? And so I did.
Well, I mean, but it's fantastic because now you have this opportunity, let's be honest, to go and film or shoot the stuff that's important.
Exactly, and that's exactly what the whole point of doing it was. My modus operandi is to make environmental documentaries that are educational and can actually convey a message about the environment and environmental degradation. So,
what's the biggest issue you think we have in this country in terms of the environment? Besides the animals, besides rhino killing and all of that stuff, which is a massive issue, water is a big problem.
Yeah, so we are a very water scarce country, so that is a big problem. But I would say our problem is actually more to do with the social side of things, and that being that obviously we're a third world country, we're a developing nation, and environmental matters aren't on the forefront. They aren't the biggest problem right now. There are many people living in poverty, living in impoverished areas that are more concerned about their living situation and getting food for the next day than they are about the environment, which is completely understandable. So a lot.
But if they knew through education about the environment, they could then sustain themselves and do things, etc., in a way.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's why...
You should become the Minister of the Environment. Do we have a Minister of the Environment?
Sorry?
Do we have a Minister of the Environment?
We do. I think our minister is, her name is Edna Molewa.
Edna Molewa.
There we go.
Mamuleo.
Mamaleo.
Bamboleo. Edna Bamboleo. Okay, so cool. So there is okay. Never mind any of that. We're going to get too technical. You are now a national semi-finalist, and hopefully tomorrow, when the announcement is made, you will become a national finalist for the Miss Earth 2014. Is it a pageant? Title.
Yeah, the title. We don't like to call it a pageant. It is more of a program to empower young women such as myself to sort of fight environmental issues. Or for causes. It's more of a program, not so much a pageant. I'm a national semi-finalist and hopefully a national finalist tomorrow, but we'll wait and see.
Okay.
But is there a big gala event where a winner's announced and you have to walk up and down like a normal pageant, or not at all like that?
There is a gala event, yeah. So as far as I know, when it comes to the finals, there will be that kind of aspect to it. But it's a lot more of an intense process in that you have a judging panel, but you get asked environmental questions. So you need to be quite knowledgeable about the environment. It's not just about...
So you can score there.
Well, I hope so.
Because you got the honours.
I hope so. You never know, but it depends what they ask me, I guess.
Well, I'm sure they're not going to ask too complicated questions.
I don't know. It's probably like a lot of thinking, that you'd have to do.
But now, do you have a conflict in your life in the sense of being very environmentally conscious? I mean, do you eat meat?
I only eat white meat. I don't eat red meat.
Okay. Now, follow with me. So, I mean, do you wear leather shoes?
No, I don't. I think I actually own anything that's leather. It's all pleather.
Okay, so I mean, these are conscious decisions you make in your life.
The eating choice or not eating red meat is definitely a conscious choice. Yeah. Leather, it's just honestly very expensive, but I wouldn't really buy leather anyway. I'm a horse rider, so I obviously use leather for my bridles and saddles, but that's the extent of it.
Because I mean, I sometimes I find it a bit weird. Sometimes you get these, and take it with a pinch of salt and a term of endearment, but you get these sort of green, environmentalist kind of people or whatever. And I sit there and say, okay, that's fine. And I also respect the environment, and I also don't want to see trees cut down, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm now not going to become a maniac about it. I'm still going to live my life, but I will try and contribute. So I'm hoping that, some people just don't get it too far and then all of a sudden knock you because maybe you use some kind of product or whatever. I mean, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, I do. I think it is, especially when you're an ambassador for the environment, as I am in Miss Earth right now, you do have to be very conscious about what you do, not so much what you eat, but, obviously you don't want to litter. You don't want to, for instance, use straws. And straws are one of the...
Plastic.
Yes, plastic. You want to be sure to recycle. You're basically wanting to raise environmental awareness everywhere you go. Through your actions. Yes,
no, that's what I'm trying to say. I think that is very, very important, but you also don't want to now all of a sudden change your complete life because you are in this specific kind of opportunity to become Miss Earth for South Africa.
No, for sure. And I don't think it should be you changing your lifestyle completely. I think if you're entering Miss Earth and you truly are passionate about the environment, you should already be living a lifestyle.
Correct.
That is environmentally
That's
friendly.
what I wanted to get through.
Yes.
It's not as though you all of a sudden say, oh, here's a competition. No. Oh, let's stop eating this, getting that, or whatever. No. Disi, what would you enter? Miss Earth? Because you're also environmentally friendly. But
but not as much.
Can't eat biltong anymore.
No, I eat red meat.
Yeah.
So what happens if you win it? What will you do?
If you win the title, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure of these particulars, but I know, you obviously you're going to be the forefront for the environment. You have to be an ambassador. There's a huge educational component. You'll be making speeches. Wherever you go, it is about raising awareness about the environment and everything that you do. So you have to be the face of that, basically.
Listen, it's us saying, I'm trying to think. I don't know if Tamarin was Miss Earth.
Tamarin Jardine.
Yes,
was she Miss Earth?
She was 2012, if I'm
not
mistaken.
That's it, 2 years ago. Yes, okay. So, and I think she did a very, very good job. It is a lovely title to have because, as you say, it does actually benefit, hopefully, and if they push it further and further, then people like yourselves can get very much involved with the environment and try and educate those of us who are a little bit ignorant about it and just take things for granted. That's the biggest issue we have when it comes to the environment.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think a lot of people think they are environmentally conscious or environmentally aware.
I do recycle though.
Oh, that's brilliant. As you know,
I
if you
have
recycle,
I have three different like bins.
that's fantastic. And I think
But
that's
unfortunately,
it's all
I put the glass one in the plastic bin.
oh, it's, hopefully they sort that out. But as long as the notion is there, but I think that's just it. It's you don't want to make it sound like this huge scary thing for the everyday individual. It's not so scary. It's about making those tiny little lifestyle choices, starting at home, like recycling, like not using straws. Just, I don't know, planting your own vegetable garden, also doing a lot of community work, trying to help out your community where you can and raise awareness in your own personal capacity.
Okay. Disi, carry on. I'm trying to find something.
Well, I found the song, just by the way.
No, I'm not interested in the song.
Okay.
We're talking about
That's
the
very
environment.
interesting. Yeah, no, well, I know. Sash, I think I would have to win Miss Sport because I don't think I could win Miss Environment. I didn't even know about the straw story.
Plastic, the worst thing in the
Yeah,
world. Not biodegradable, Disi.
Plastic is, and straws, because they are so small and you use so many of them, they just litter around everywhere. Animals can eat them. They're quite dangerous little things. So we try not to encourage drinking from straws, just little things like that.
Straight out the bottle or the can.
and then recycle the bottle or the can afterwards.
There we go.
Obviously.
You guys are very good. So when is the final? If you make the finals, when is the big gala event?
The big gala, I think, is only in September. As far as I think it's during the first or second week. Could be wrong. So.
And is this the first type of thing like this that you've entered, or have you been into pageants or anything like that before?
It is actually, it's the first program like this that I have entered. I didn't do anything, obviously, like Miss South Africa or anything else. I'm not generally a pageant person.
That's what's so cool about this, though. I love
No,
it.
it's actually got a mission.
Yeah.
Now, the
Good
whole thing
meaning.
about it is, if you win this, Victoria,
Yes.
my idea is get your video cameras and all of that stuff, and you've got to go and fix up the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. You know about that?
I don't actually.
Okay.
Could you educate me?
It is the Pacific Trash Vortex. I saw it on the television.
Oh, yes.
And
okay.
they reckon that most of marine debris is all in this area. It's like a vortex.
Wow.
So it's like, like a bath. So all of the rubbish that gets put into the sea, okay, because can you imagine the amount of rubbish that gets thrown
That's
into
terrible.
the sea? Eventually, all comes to this area, the vortex. Now, I saw it on the television the other day. I'm just trying to think how big it is. Oh, estimate of size of the great thing. They reckon it is 700,000 square kilometers.
Wow.
That's rather big. Okay. So we have to fix that up.
Definitely. I think actually it's funny you should mention that. I did an interview about 2 weeks ago with a company I wanted to, we were doing a topic of sustainable energy, and I wanted to get some professionals in the interview, and they specialize in biomass energy. So basically they take waste like pollution, rubbish, any kind of waste, and they convert that into energy. And one of their other projects is using their system, or their whatever they use, their digester, I think they call it, on ships, and taking it to this vortex you're speaking of, using that rubbish and extracting it from the ocean in order to convert it to energy.
Well, that's the thing. It must be done.
Definitely.
Estimates range from 700,000 square kilometers to more than 15 million square kilometers.
Yeah, that is quite frightening.
This says the trash vortex is an area the size of Texas in the North Pacific, in which an estimated 6 kilos of plastic for every kilo of natural plankton, along with other slow-degrading garbage, swirls slowly around like a clock, choked with dead
There we
fish, marine mammals, and birds who get snared.
Exactly.
That
So now
is
imagine the
terrible.
fish and animals that are around there who think that this now is food. They eat that, they get sick, they die. So there we go. Listen, this is terrific stuff. So how will we find out tomorrow when you make the finals?
I think it will be announced on the Miss Earth website. on Facebook as well. We've got a Miss Earth South Africa Facebook page that you can like. So yeah, I think those be your two different ways of finding out. But yeah, I think we'll have to wait and see. I think I get notified by email if I do.
Wonderful. Well, listen, we really wish you well. You
Thank
definitely have everything going for you to be there, plus
Thank
the
you.
honors Linda. And the
I
name,
think
the name, eh?
That stands me in
Victoria
good stead.
Kitley.
And the royal name, of course.
Yes, Dame Victoria Kitley. Wonderful. Listen, thanks for coming to visit us.
It's a pleasure. Thanks so much for having me. It's been great.
We wish you well. And, you know, please, we need more people like you doing all of the environmental stuff. So, you know, like idiots like me, maybe we'll learn one day not to throw the cigarette out the window.
That's the aim of the game. So
That's bad, that, eh, to do that.
it is quite bad because it could start a fire. And then
I don't
there's
know. I
more-
make sure it's dead by then.
Oh, okay. Well,
but it's still bad.
It's still litter, and birds could eat it and choke on it and die.
Exactly.
Okay, I've got a question because we had this debate.
Yes.
If you brush your hair, you shouldn't bundle
Why are
it
you
up
mentioning hair?
and put it
Just
and throw it
every
out the
time
window
I'm around-
because it can choke a bird.
Actually didn't know that, but I guess that kind of makes sense.
Why does no one know this fact? And
Well, clearly
do.
I would know. Because I'm the only one
But
in
do
this
peop-
room that
do
doesn't
people
have
act-
hair.
Do people actually do that? Do they brush their hair in their car and throw it out the window?
No, I'm just saying, like, even with
Girls
like,
do.
Hairballs.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I just heard that. I
No,
don't
I'm
know
sure.
if it's true. No, we had this debate. Remember, we even tried to phone Reg.
Birds and yeah. All right, we'll find him again. Okay, brilliant. We really wish you well. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you
to
very
visit
much.
us.
Thanks, guys, for having me.
Wonderful. There we go. Victoria Kitley, who is a Miss Earth national semi-finalist, who is going to, well, hopefully to be announced tomorrow as being in the national finals, and then hopefully go on to win it with her honours degree in environmental studies, and then she'll come visit us again. Wunderbar.
Balls.co.za